Spirit board, talking board, Ouija board. The idea seems simple enough. It's just a flat surface with all the letters of the alphabet, numbers ranging from 0 to 9, yes on one side, no on the other, and of course, you need to have goodbye. Many different companies manufacture the Ouija board, so the details may differ here and there, but the use of the board remains the same. Talk to the dead. But how? I remember as a kid, my cousins and I used it a couple of times. I'll admit that I was too young to really understand what the big deal was, but now I get it. Well, not really, because I'm doing this video. Around 1100 AD, one of the first known methods to commune with the dead, known as the Fuji planchette writing, was used in China. Similar methods have been used all over the world in one form or another. Then in 1891, Elijah Bond receives the patent for the talking board. By 1901, Elijah's employee William Fuld takes over the production and starts making his own boards called, you guessed it, the Ouija board. These boards were being made by the Kennard Novelty Company, and the founder, Charles Kennard, claims he learned the word Ouija from using the board. It's supposed to be ancient Egyptian, meaning good luck. Again, there's no proof or evidence of that. Eventually, when Fuld took over the production of the boards, the story changed to the more accepted one, that it's just a combination of both the French and German words for yes, oui and ja. The Ouija board promised hours of enjoyment, provided you obey the rules. You see, every board came with 5 rules to ensure a fun and safe communion with the dead. Rule number 1, protect yourself physically. Rule number 2, be respectful of the dead. Rule number 3, don't forget to say goodbye. Rule 4, don't use it at home. And Rule 5, don't use it by yourself. Follow the rules and everything will be fine. Break a rule and you may end up with an unexpected guest. Then the Ouija board appeared in the movies and now everyone had to try it. First in 1920, it was just a live-action animation short. Then in 1944 with the movie The Uninvited. Then in 1960, 13 Ghosts. Then in 1973 comes The Exorcist. And it shows that playing with the Ouija, though entertaining, can have some, well, side effects.
What is it?
But honestly, that's just Hollywood, and they exaggerate everything.
I hate how fake Hollywood is.
What about real uses of the Ouija board? Has it only ever been used as a movie prop, a parlor trick? Or are there documented cases of people using the Ouija board and getting some kind of response back? Turns out the answer is yes. The year is 1912. Pearl Curran claims that she contacted a spirit using a Ouija board. The spirit's name was Patience Worth, a 17th century English woman. This alleged spirit helped Pearl write, and this is impressive, 6 full-length novels and roughly 2,500 poems, short stories, and plays. What makes this even more interesting is that Pearl left school at the age of 14 and had no knowledge of that time period. I will add that no evidence has been found that would prove if Patience Worth ever really existed. This one is pretty crazy. March 7th, 1920. A small town called El Cerrito experienced what they call Ouija mania. Well, that's what the papers called it anyways. It appears that 7 people were driven insane after using the Ouija board. One girl was found naked, claiming it helped her commune with the spirits better. And then one of the local police officers ripped off his clothes and ran into a bank. The town's officials decided it would be best to ban the Ouija board within the city limits. It appears they were not ready for Ouija mania. There is this one incident on August 5th where a group of prisoners in the Santa Clara County Jail decided to sit around a Ouija board and pray to the devil. By the end, 3 of the inmates involved believed they were possessed, and the on-duty priest was called to counsel and bless the inmates. Not really sure what to make of that. Every other Ouija board incident I could find are just first-hand personal experiences that they have had. Like this story where someone claims they were playing with a Ouija board in the typical non-believer style and was asking it to do physical things like tap their shoulder. The planchette never moved, but suddenly their back started to sting. 3 handprints were there, all red and puffy, like they were slapped. This one's pretty creepy. A group of friends were playing the Ouija board, and each one decided to ask how long they had left to live. One by one they got their answer, around 50 to 60 years left, until it got to the last person. The answer he got was 10. He says 10 years? It replies, days. No matter how creepy those stories and claims are, there is no physical evidence. To me, that doesn't work. Anyone can come up with any crazy tale and call it proof. That is not proof. This incident, on the other hand, has a video showing an alleged possession of some teenagers after they used a Ouija board. Well, the Ouija board's cell phone app. It happened in Laurel, Columbia. And as you can hear them shouting, it's apparently what they're saying is, "The devil is going to take me." About 20 students used the Ouija app to call the spirits of the dead. They were eventually taken to a church. Doctors were unable to find any scientific explanation, and the police are currently investigating the situation. What does science say about the Ouija board? They believe the Ouija is more of an ideomotor response. So what is that? The word is made up of 2 terms, ideo or idea, and motor, muscular actions. Ideomotor. This term is used to describe things that are somewhat reflexive, and the user may not even be consciously aware that they are moving the object at all. This idea was brought forward in 1852 by William Benjamin Carpenter in a scientific paper explaining the spiritualistic phenomena effect. It started with table turning, a type of seance where all the people involved sit or stand around a table. Everyone's hands are resting on the top of the table, and letters of the alphabet will be called out by each person at the table in turn. The table would then tilt towards the person who said the desired letter. This is what led up to what's now known as the Ouija board. So now what? Is the Ouija board something you would use to communicate and summon the dead? Or is it all just make-believe? It's just make-believe. I have a lot of difficulty trying to believe that a board game that is made and owned now by Hasbro, the same makers of Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, can be used to summon the dead. See, without the evidence supporting all of these claims, I can't believe it. I can't. There's got to be something scientific to all of this. And then when everyone's using the Ouija board, it's something subconscious in their head that's making them move. They're not even realizing they're doing it, but they're doing it. There's nothing supernatural going on. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like and then subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter, so that way you can continue the debate. If you do not agree with my decision, jump on Twitter and tell me why. Go for it. I'm totally up for that. I love that kind of thing. And thanks again for watching. And once again, if you can't make me believe, just make believe. See you later.